Hello friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Friends, today we have 5 stories out of the Entitled Parents subreddit. Let's begin. Our first post is by Lavender is Beautiful. My entitled mother wants me to just suck it up and spend time with her and my older brother who assaulted me because it's Mother's Day. My parents live in a state different than the one that my brother and I live in. I visited them a few days ago because it was my mother's birthday today. I'm currently still staying with them. The plan is for me to stay for over a week until after Mother's Day. Before coming, I made sure that my older brother, who I am not comfortable with, wasn't coming. He had sexually assaulted me as a child, and I just started to realize how much damage he caused me after starting therapy. I told my mother why I wanted to cut him off a few months ago, but she didn't think it was a big deal. I have managed to not see or speak to him in nearly 4 months, which is the longest I've ever gone. It's been wonderful. My mom told me that he wasn't coming on her birthday or for Mother's Day. I just found out that she had lied after I had arrived here. Apparently she and my dad were talking to my older brother about him coming for Mother's Day without me being aware of it. I found out through another sibling. Today I told her I really didn't feel comfortable being around my older brother after what he had did to me as a child, and I don't want to see him. After I brought up how I found out that he was actually coming, she said to me how important Mother's Day is for her and how I should just suck it up because she would suck it up and put on a smile around relatives that she didn't like in order to make her mother happy. The thing is, I really did want to spend Mother's Day with her because I know how important this day is to her, but being around my older brother just seems incredibly triggering and I don't know what to do. Our next story is posted by Butterfly Tatus. But you're still gonna send a gift, right? This happened 4 years ago, but the memory lives on every graduation season. I am no longer friends with the EM because of her entitled attitude. It was not a one-off thing. Okay, on to the story. The EM was holding a graduation party for her son. The night before the party, a mutual friend, F, who does not drive, called to ask me what time I was picking her up for the party. This was the first I had heard of the party. Seeing that I was not invited, I refused to go out of my way to drive her there. I thought that would be that, but oh no. 2 weeks later, I saw the EM. She asked me why I didn't drive friend to the party and why I hadn't given her the consideration of calling to say that I could not attend in the first place. I explained that I had not been invited and was not going to drive an hour round trip to drop off a guest. I'm not a taxi service. The EM told me that I had been invited and that she had sent out a group text to all the invited. Regrets only, because she didn't want to be flooded with group text responses. She also told me that she told friend that I would drive her. No, she didn't mention that plan to me. I told the EM that I never received a text and showed her my phone and everything. And she said, "Well, that's not my problem." And then I asked to see the recipients of the text to make sure that I was on it. She refused by saying, "I sent it to you. That should be enough for me to just accept her claim." The EM was upset at me because she had to swing by to pick up friend on the way to the party and take her home, because friend was the one paying for the party. As a graduation gift to the EM's son, she needed her to pay the vendors. The EM had the audacity to ask me when her son should expect a gift from me. Now that we've cleared up the confusion, I never sent a gift. Edit for clarity, the entire conversation with friend was not included for the sake of brevity, and because I figured nobody'd want to read all of that. Friend kept insisting that I was invited and that I must have forgotten about it since it was regrets only, or maybe I never opened the invite. Never mentioned anything about it being sent via text. I had not been expecting an invite to the party in the first place, so it's not like I was hurt that I wasn't included. At the time, I thought friend was assuming that I had been invited and that I would drive her. Edit 2, for clarity, regrets only is the same as RSVP, i.e., you send your regrets that you can't attend. It was far more common to do this before the invention of answering machines. Our next story is posted by Deleted. EM says she knows the owner, so her son should get free classes. Cast, me is me, EM is entitled Mother, M is Master, that's his official title. Backstory. I help teach martial arts. I've been doing martial arts for 10 years, but I've only been teaching for 5, maybe 6. I've become close to my teacher. He's like a father figure to me, and I've been to family events, and I've been to his home many times for sleepovers with his daughter. He also picks me up from school, and I've gone to tournaments with him. For clarification, we stay in separate hotel rooms. I'm a minor, and he has permission to take me to these tournaments, etc. The story. Anyway, so we usually teach class together, but if someone comes in, I will usually go and attend to them while he continues teaching. Well, one day a woman came in and immediately started flagging me down in the middle of class. So I excuse myself and walk over to her. Me. Hello, can I help you? EM. Why are you so slow? Me. Pardon? EM. Next time an adult calls you over, you need to come immediately. Do you understand? I didn't really want to start anything, so I just said yes ma'am and we continued. Me. So what can I help you with today? EM. I want to sign my son up for classes. Me. Okay, let me get you a schedule and payment options. EM. Oh, just a schedule. Me. Pardon? EM. I only need a schedule. I don't have to pay. I know the owner and he said I could take classes for free. Me. Ma'am, I can't do that. I'm not the owner. EM. You can and you will. Do I make myself clear? I want free classes for my angel now. Yes, she said angel. At this point, I'm getting pretty agitated because I have severe anxiety when people yell at me. So I start darting my eyes around and I catch Master's eyes. He gives me the "You okay?" look, and I shake my head no. He gets the kids doing stuff and walks over. Master. Hello, what can I help you with? EM. Finally, a responsible adult. Next time I come here, this slow witch better not take forever. I know the owner of this establishment and he said I could put my son in classes here for free, so snap to it. Me. Excuse me? I'm gonna go continue with the kids. Master. Oh no, you can stay right here. You're okay. EM. So you're gonna defend her? I want to speak to the owner. Master. You're looking at him. Ma'am, I own this establishment. This is my business and I built it from the ground up. Now, I would greatly appreciate it if you apologize to OP and leave my business now. You have no right to call her anything other than Miss last name. You are agitating her and the other children and I do not appreciate it. Well, FYI, he's very protective of us. EM rolls her eyes. Ugh, sorry. She promptly stomped out of there and never came back. After that, we ended class early because Master knew that we were all agitated. So we just talked for 30 minutes. If you've made it this far, thanks for reading. If you're enjoying the content so far, please put a heart emoji in the comments section down below. Our next story is posted by Panicked Nuding. Karen calls the cops on me at Tim Hortons. For some context, I live in a predominantly Catholic city where most people attend church on a regular basis. I, however, was not raised Catholic or religious, so I kind of stand out a little bit from most people. This happened about 2 years ago when I was still in high school. My high school was just down the road from a Tim Hortons and across the road from a pretty large church, only one in our neighborhood. On Sunday, I decided to grab a coffee on my way to pick up a textbook for one of my classes. It was 12 p.m., so most church services had ended at this point, and there was a decently long line at Tim's. I had been waiting in line for about 5 minutes when this woman approached me and started talking. It was a pretty normal conversation, but then she asked why she had not seen me that morning. I was confused since I had never spoken to this woman before. She told me that this Tim's belongs to the church, which it didn't. I casually explained that I didn't attend that church that she was talking about. She gave me a confused stare and muttered, "Ow!" before walking away. Fast forward to Tuesday, I once again was at Tim's getting some lunch when the same lady approached me and starts to berate me for being at that Tim's. I thought I told you this Tim's is for churchgoers only. Yeah, but it's a Tim's. Anybody can come here if they want to though. No, this Tim's is not for anyone who doesn't attend the church. But the next Tim's is like 5 kilometers away. She continues to yell at me in front of the entire restaurant. I was actually going to leave and get lunch at school, but then she dropped a Karen bomb. If you do not leave this Tim's right now, I'm gonna call the police. I decided at that moment that I was going to stand still and let her call the cops. About 10 minutes later, 2 officers showed up, and Karen tells them that I was disrespecting her, disrespecting God, and disrespecting the church. I tell them that I'm just a hungry teenager trying to get my lunch. Both the cops take her side and call both my parents and the school. My super awesome vice principal showed up and demanded to know why he got called by the police on one of his students. The officer explains the situation. My vice principal asked if it was true, and I tell him I was just trying to get some lunch. My vice principal asked the officers which law I had broken, and they responded with some BS about harassment or something to that extent. My parents got called, and my mom tells the cops to go to hell because I didn't do anything wrong. But the Karen keeps insisting that I was bugging her. Then one of the employees chirps up and says that they could vouch for me. Eventually the cops leave, and so do my parents. I get my lunch and the VP walks me back to school. I never ran into that lady again, but I sure as hell made sure that I get lunch at Tim's as often as I could. Our final story is posted by Fire Ice 1992.
Mom, this isn't my Switch.
Backstory: I had a bit of car trouble a ways back, and I started to ride the bus to work. It was really close, and I realized how much money I was saving on gas, and I just stuck with it. There was always a little kid and his mom on the bus on my way home. The kid was overly energetic, loved chatting with everyone, and quickly decided that I was the most fun because I indulged him with attention and active listening no matter how tired I was. Friday, I brought my Switch and a game that I really wanted that came out, and I had all the nostalgia from playing it. I charged it at work, and I was stoked to play it on the way home, and this is where our story begins. Cast: me is me, LD, Little Dude, EA, Entitled Mom, RD, Random Dude, CD, Confused Dad. Long story. Skipping the exhausting day and pleasantries, and just getting on the bus. I found a seat and went to grab my Switch from my bag. I heard a familiar voice. I stopped and figured it could wait for another 30 minutes or so for the ride. So I let the little dude have his story time. Little Dude:
Hey, did you have a good day again?
Me: I always have a good day, but it's better when I get to hear about how great your day was. Little Dude:
Well, I went to that video game place, and they had a cool poster today for a game that I really want to try.
I was excited to hear this because I knew exactly what he was talking about. Me: Is it the one with the cool animals that you take pictures of? Little Dude:
They're called Pokemon, not animals. Why are old people so dumb sometimes?
He giggled as he jabbed at me, and I looked over with a devious smile and said, I may be old and dumb, but I pulled out my Switch case. Guess what this old dummy got this morning? His eyes lit up, and he asked to play. I tried to ask his mom if it was okay if he sat next to me to play, and she said point blank, I don't care as long as he shuts up. I'm tired of listening to him. I was mad, but since Little Dude ignored her, I did too. He plopped down right next to me and let me make him a profile, and we went to town on the game. He squealed, giggled, oohed and awed at all the different Pokemon he found. But sadly, my stop was coming up, and so I had to stop. He asked for one more photo shoot, and I agreed, figuring I could walk a little further to let the little dude have a little more fun, so be it. Well, I passed my stop, and I was fine with it, and I was about to ask him to give me my Switch back, pleasantly to my surprise, when I turned and he had already turned it off and put it away. He handed it back to me, and then things went downhill fast. Little Dude:
I have to get off soon, so that's all I can play.
Me: No problem, little dude. I'll bring it back Monday and we can kick some more butt playing it again. Little Dude:
Really? Thanks.
He ran back to his mom to carry some bags, and she whispered something to him. I don't know what, but then she stood up and started storming over to me. Entitled Mom:
Excuse me? How dare you take that away from my child? He doesn't get many video games.
I was confused and thought maybe she thought that he brought his or something. Me: I'm really sorry, but this is my Switch. I played it all morning, and I let him play on it for a little while on the ride home. Entitled Mom:
That's definitely his Switch. I recognize the case. What do you think I am, stupid?
Me: It's a generic case. Everyone I know who has a Switch has a stupid red and black case for these things. Seriously, this one's mine. Now back off. Little Dude went bright red, obviously embarrassed since the bus came to a stop and everybody was watching us, and he whimpered,
Mommy, I left my Switch at home. He's just letting me play his.
Entitled Mom: Shush.
I'm handling this.
Me: You heard, little dude. It's mine. Now please go away. I already have a long walk home now. Entitled Mom:
And let you steal his game? Now hand it over or I will call the police.
Random Dude: Which I already did, and they have someone on the way. Entitled Mom:
You freaking called the police on me? This child botherer is the one attempting to rob my kid.
This really ticked me off, and I wanted to stay calm for Little Dude, but I did get loud, and I regret it because I scared Little Dude. Me: Let's just wait for the police. I'm pretty sure attempted robbery will still get you arrested. I guess this freaked her out because she darted off the bus alone without her groceries. Little Dude started crying and calling after her, but she just kept walking. I felt lower than dirt and tried to calm Little Dude down. Me: I'm sorry, Little Dude. I shouldn't have yelled at your mom. I acted like a complete idiot. Little Dude threw tears.
Mommy does this all the time to people. I'm really sorry. I thought she wasn't gonna do it again.
We sat there for like 10 minutes while little dude cried. The bus driver waited and was talking with someone about the delay. Everyone else on the bus felt bad, I guess because no one freaked out about sitting there. Then after 10 minutes, a very large, angry man stormed onto the bus with the entitled mother in tow. He saw little dude curled up on the seat crying next to me and shot daggers from his eyes right at me. We'll call him CD for Confused Dad. Confused Dad. You have 3 seconds to explain what you did to my boy. I tried to speak, but the entitled mom cut me off.
He threatened him. I think he touched him.
Again, sore subject for me. I was going to scream at her, but little dude tugged on my sleeve. Little dude.
No, Mommy tried to steal his Switch. He only let me play. I just want to go home.
He was ugly crying again, and Confused Dad then turned to the entitled mother, and I swear time stopped for a few minutes before anything was said. Confused Dad, get your freaking groceries and get your butt home. If you ever pull this crap again, you will be out on the streets faster than you can call your witch of a sister. The entitled mom opened and closed her mouth like a fish for a few seconds, then she did what she was told. Confused Dad asked little dude if anything happened, and random dude told him that the cops will be there soon, and a few minutes later they were. Confused Dad and I explained to the police that it was a huge misunderstanding between him and I, but they did demand to speak to the entitled mother about abandoning her child on a bus with a stranger. She went with them for more questions, but I have no idea what's going to happen there. Confused Dad and I spoke for a few minutes after the police and everyone left. He apologized and explained that he was assaulted as a child, and just the idea of it happening to his son was making him see red. I told him I understood and told him that he should get little dude the game that he was playing to help cheer him up. All in all, I was mad as heck at the EM, but the Confused Dad was not all that bad. Just a dad protecting his kid. I hope to see little dude on Monday. He's all right. I also hope that the entitled mother gets the book thrown at her for being a terrible parent. Too long didn't read. I let a kid play on my Switch. The mom thinks it's his and just wanted to steal it, causes a huge scene, gets taken in for additional questioning by the police. Dad and I come to terms that I'm not a child harasser, and we leave happy. Great dad, amazing kid with a crazy mom. That's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit post will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my videos, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.